It seems like Triple M is espousing to principles of Ubuntu, and it's like saying we are here to really bring you peace of mind, and we all live in harmony, it's void of the evils of the financial sector, and yet it feels like it's anything but Ubuntu.
Well, you've got to question, where is this so-called 30% return coming from? And by the way, I've seen all the social media, there is no guarantee. Well, it's plastered all over the website. How you can earn 30%. Do you want to earn 30% a month, by the way, we're talking about here? So who do you think you're getting that suddenly, where do you think 30% comes from? It's going to be coming from other people. So effectively, you're almost, I suppose if you had to take a step back and look at it in a different way, you have lent people money and they're going to pay you back with a 30% interest rate. How do you feel about that? If you're anti-capitalism and anti-banks and all of that, you're actually making more money than even probably the worst microlender out there. So I actually have a general problem with the kind of Ubuntu aspect of it. If this was a true stokvel or sort of lending arrangement where people said, you know what, we're putting in the money, we all put in, and at the end of the year we distribute it, you wouldn't be getting a 30% return on that money. So surely that's a big signal to you. This is not just about, this is money created out of nothing, and money is not created out of nothing. Someone is losing money.
Maya, there's no real regulator to actually ensure that these people are protected. Isn't that something that people should be worried about?
I think that's also something that people haven't realized, is that they're putting this money in with the promise that they'll get money out. Well, when they don't, who they're going to go to. Yeah. I can assure you the same media that is being vilified at the moment is who we're going to be writing to. They're going to write to us and say, how do I get my money? I put my money with Triple M or whatever pyramid scheme it is. The regulator can't help you. It's an unregulated product. It's outside of South African laws or contracts. There's nothing. So you are putting your money, and I think about the risk you are taking. You are putting your money into something that is unregulated, where there is no one to go to. There is no one to hold accountable to, and you are hoping that you'll get money back. It's a huge risk.
So what advice do you have to people who have very little money and are feeling desperate because they don't know how to get out of this trap of poverty? I mean, is there anything better, or any words of advice or encouragement?
Unfortunately, South Africa is so ripe for this kind of scheme, simply because we have unacceptable levels of poverty. And on a great macro scheme, we need to be generating more jobs. That's the way out of it. But on a micro scheme and on an individual basis, it does start by trying to live within your means, watching your budget, staying away from debt, because it's really often debt. If you go and you look at people who are desperate right now, and we're saying poor people are getting involved in this. There are a lot of middle-class South Africans who are involved in Triple M primarily because they're carrying too much house debt, car debt, store card debt, credit card debt. So we actually start targeting the debt. By the way, if you've got a credit card or a store card, you're paying 25%, 30% interest on that. Pay your money into there. That's a nice 25, 30% return.
That's pretty scary. So I mean, we could see much higher levels of debt coming out of this when it collapses.
Absolutely, and I think if you're better off paying off your debt than paying money into Triple M.